Hello everybody, this is Capitalist from JoinNota.com. Now I've got N0tail joining me, the man who is made for camera, made for commentating, made for so many things. How did you go? How the hell are you? Like, how the hell are you an excellent professional Dota 2 player and one hell of a caster as well?
I believe in reincarnation, so I don't know. My previous life, I was some kind of god, I guess. I'm not sure.
Of course. Of course. So I want to talk about your performance here at DreamHack. Maybe a little bit disappointing. You want to talk about some of the things that went wrong for you guys? Anything specific that you felt maybe you guys need to work on for the future?
Well, there's not much to expect. When you play stand in Dota, you can't like aim. I mean, you can aim for the skies, but you can't expect to hit it. So I think we did all right. I think it's more about the experience for us. This is like my third time I play a LAN with a stand-in. Our first time was pretty successful where we had 2 stand-ins, so maybe that's what we need to do. Like, we need to get rid of someone else and just get a new guy in. Like, but other than that, it's like what went wrong. We lost a few games, but we also won a game. So at least we got that for us.
So going to like stand-in Dota, talk about Excalibur a little bit. He's been playing with the team quite frequently of late. Has he actually had any impact on to how you guys maybe draft? Any sort of opinion in that regards that he's helped, just bring a fresh perspective into the team or anything like that?
Yeah, it's always fresh air with someone new. Like, you gotta expand when you get a new player. You can't just go with the same old. Yeah. We realize we get a 16-year-old who's never played competitive. We have to more adapt to him than he has to adapt to us, because when we switched to Dota, it took us like half a year to get somewhat of a grip, and this is like his first few weeks, so it's been more like but it's been more like us adapting to him than the other way around, for sure.
So going into the future, you guys, we have a couple big tournaments coming up, ESL, as well as of course small tournament called TI4. What are you guys looking into your preparation for the TI4? Who are the big names you're really looking at? Are you guys, especially the Chinese scene, who have been looking really good of late? All 4 of those top teams have been just looking so strong. What are your thoughts in combating the Eastern scene?
Well, the Eastern scene is scary, but at the same time, they're going through a lot of the stuff that we see here in Europe as well. Instability and emotions, like DK, they don't take losses as well as I think most people think. That's at least from my perspective. But preparing for that is like preparing for any good team. You have to just prepare to play good Dota. So what we're doing to prepare for all of this is what we did last time as well, was the boot camp. And try and get to know each other, try and get some synergy going. And there's a lot of things to work on. There's a million things to work on. How you take losses, how you learn from losses and wins, and generally what's the best way to improve.
Okay, so I want to talk about the meta a little bit. I've gotten a couple different pro players and their answers. One most notable was N0tail talking about how it's all about tanky heroes with big teamfight ultimates. Another one, Arteezy, said it's all about Roshan. That Roshan, the advantage of Roshan is just so huge and maybe a little bit too big of a part of the impact. What is your personal thoughts on the meta, and what's the keyest factors?
Dota is a weird game. I've spoken to both players that you've spoken to, and I see their both their perspectives. I do think that the meta involves all of that. Like, there's the Roche factor, and we have the same idea in our team that N0tail has, that tanky heroes that are able to team fight is another way to go about it. For me, it's still a lot about how good you are to get a lead, but even more importantly, how good you are to use that lead. If you look at Na'Vi at their prime time, if you gave them a lead, they would choke you to death. They would make sure that you get 1,000 gold in 1 minute when they get 5,000 gold in the same minute. So I still see like Dota as just a weird game. Like, you can do a million things and everything can work. So I don't have a go-to kind of strat other than I would like to, like, my personal favorite is to kill. Yeah. Just kill a bunch of heroes.
You do definitely show that in, any sort of LAN performance. Anytime that you guys start going to rare, always got to keep the camera on you, just because you never know when N0tail's going to pull out a couple of moves. Is there any hero that you personally feel is a little bit underutilized, maybe that you want to see picked up a little bit more, that hasn't been seen in the meta so far? For example, I had N0tail talk about Troll. He said that hero, the way Mousesports is running it, he says it's a really viable hero that maybe other teams need to start branching out into. Do you have a personal hero you're looking at?
Ooh, I haven't really thought so much about it. I like to stick to what I run right now, but there's Skywrath. I think Skywrath, we're running it more and more. I think that hero is so powerful, and I don't see why you wouldn't actually pick it up early, because it counters, like, even these tanky heroes can explode to that guy. But I agree, Troll is also really viable, shit ton of damage, pretty fragile, but Dota, everything's viable. Everything's viable. Not a single hero is not viable.
Alliance especially complimented you guys on your use of Skywrath Mage, so it appears that that's doing well for you guys, and hopefully you'll be able to continue in the future. Get away from Dota a little bit. First of all, I want to get into our standard question. You know what's going to be coming up. Marry, fuck, kill, and kick your teammates. You can replace Arrow with Excalibur if you wish.
Yeah, well, I'll go with the 4 players that we have right now. Straight away, I'm going to repay the favor, and I'm going to marry Excalibur.
Okay, why marry Excalibur over all the other players that you know so much better? Is it the mystery factor?
They're buttfuck ugly, man. Why would I marry them?
What? Honey? Buff is all hell? Fly? You kidding me? Your whole entire team is like a team of male models.
I mean, after seeing, I haven't seen them yet, but Kai bought some new jeans today. After seeing those tonight, I might change that one. I might want to marry Kai. I'm not sure. From what I hear, it's like gay club material. Anyway, to go on, like, I'm gonna marry Excalibur though, for sure. Screw the rest. Fuck. Me and Kalle, we spend most of the time like in our rooms, like sharing rooms. I mean, so it's just an obvious choice to me. Fuck Kalle for sure. Fuck Kalle. And I definitely want to kill Fly.
Okay.
Yeah, I for sure want to kill Fly.
Which means who are you kicking then?
Well, there's only Kai left. I mean, we might have a new one later after seeing the pants. I'm not sure, but kick Kai and fucking kill Tal. Like,
all right, so we'll get like a post pants interview with you. Is that how it's gonna?
For sure. I mean, everything can change.
All right. Last question is gonna be, after you're maybe done playing, would you consider commentating?
I don't want to put people out of their jobs. As much as I like it, and yeah, you know, I like you, I like everybody. What would you be doing if I was...
I would be on the streets. I would be on the streets like that.
I know, right? So that's why I have to be careful about what I do. Like, BTS, man, my camera work, like, I could do the technical stuff, the camera work, and the casting if I wanted to. But what's left then for the rest? The industry doesn't work like that.
There's nothing left.
Yeah, you need to build more jobs, and it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work.
N0tail, not only is he a god in many fashions, but apparently he's also very generous as well. So, N0tail, thanks so much for taking the time to have this interview with me. And guys, more interviews coming up. Join N0ta.com.